All right, hello. Finally breaking these out. Realize I haven't done much posting last week, and most of posting all year has been very scarce, so excuse me. So I thought I would break out my Artists Unite 90s Extreme Edition. And I'm going to... Oh, it's a thick card and they're stuck together. I guess they're meant to be stuck together. All right. And today's epic mullet is going to be Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man, although typical all the reference I have at the moment does not have him with a mullet, but I swear to God he did have one. All right. No big deal. Got my reference. That's beside me. And at this point, I don't even know if all of these are quite working. There. Now, one thing that gives Wonder Man his distinct look is his red eyes. And I've now roughed in everything here. Being a sketch card and can never seem to go too much further than a head. I can't seem to draw my character small enough to have an entire body in here. That might be a New Year's resolution for another day. The one I'm going with this year, it's not an official resolution, but something I thought I'd work towards is using up all of the paper I have bought over the years. And part of that is breaking into these Artists Unite cards. Doing the wrong camera. Trying a whole bunch of things this time out. I'm using my phone as my webcam, but I just updated my computer last month. New computer, bit the bullet on that one. Faithful Mac Mini served me well for 10 years, but that is not the pace that technology works at, so actually came across a decent Boxing Week sale on a MacBook Air. I was concerned about the tech specs behind it, but it seems to be doing well for me. I'm not sure what I want to do here to really indicate Wonder Man outside of, hey, it's Wonder Man. God, I really wonder if I'm messing this up or not. I won't be able to get his costume in here, but another thing about the 90s, his costume was a bit of a wife beater thing going on. A spandex wife beater. It was a time. I'm going to do a little bit of erasing here. All right, and if anyone is out there watching this, please shoot back in the chat. I'm going through Restream, so I want to see if my chats are working this time. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know if the issue is Restream, my computer, whatever. So instead of going to inks, actually, I will ink the outline. I'm not going to do any real inking here. I will get the outline worked out. This is going to be a very basic outline. Anyone that's suffered through one of my art video knows that I'm not quite linear or even anatomically correct. Wow. There we go. I think that is a little more in line. I'll find out in a second. And for anyone that's seen me, I do tend to make a lot of last minute decisions on different points. And my hand is getting a little crampy. Is that camera zooming automatically in on? Oh, that's trippy. Okay. Oh, almost forgot the eyes. Oh, my camera is doing something weird. I don't know what that is. This is kind of an interesting setup for me. Because even though I'm streaming through Restream through my computer, I am able to use my phone as the principal webcam. I don't know if this is just a new Mac thing because it has been a solid decade since I've updated my computer, or if it's a Restream doing something. I will have to, I guess, check my other stuff individually and find that out. But for anyone on here, definitely, if you can, let me know you're here. If you feel comfortable, display a comment. I haven't seen one yet. If there's anyone commenting, I apologize. I haven't seen it, but yeah, let me know just so I can test out if I can actually get the comments working or not. Shadow under the nose here, under here, and something a little under the chin. Okay, still nothing. All right, a little bit of correction there. Call up my reference again. So I'm not going to do any real, use my black ink in the costume itself just because his hair is primarily black, and as all things in the 90s, actually even today, any character that has black hair, it's usually a blue shine. So get my eraser out and hey, Dig, this is Twitch Digs BTW7. Hey, what's up? Just chilling, drawing mullet-headed characters on what I call Mulletor Monday. What's up with you? Thank you for shooting a comment. I now know that my comments is working on at least streaming to Twitch. Yeah, this camera is weird. It's kind of there. Maybe if I centered the actual card. Excuse me. Getting a little. Don't know why I used my firmest Blackwing pencil, but I did. All right. A little bit of and I'm going with the flesh tone first, which at this point is the lightest shade. That way I don't have to concern myself if I'm coloring outside the lines a little bit. And for once, I made sure that my E00 marker was actually adequately filled, and I do have to replace this nib. Nice thing about art markers today, I actually have the option to just replace your nibs and refill your color and not have to buy an entirely new marker. So the next stop I'm going to have is his costume, which again is a lot of black and blue, but I'm not going to use black. I am going to get a blue in here. A lighter. And because I don't want to lose any of the nifty graphic on this Artists Unite card, I'm going to do my best to color around it. This might be all of my Mulletor Mondays for the next little bit, just on these Artists Unite 90s Extreme Edition. I know in the US, or I know mullets are a big 80s thing too, but being Canadian, we didn't get the 80s until 1993, so that works. All right. And I will do the darker points instead of, again, inking. I will darker blue. I may still go in with something a little darker, but I don't know yet. And this camera's going to keep doing that, isn't it? All right. Let me see. Usually with, again, characters with black hair, they always add like a bluey shine. I don't want to do a... I have a blue that's a little bit different. Yeah, I'll do this little... Took the cap off twice, and what I meant to do was clean up a little pencil work around here. Yeah, this is about the time I was growing up, reading and wanting to do comics, when every character, it seemed, was in a team book, and every character of that team kind of had their own book. I don't remember ever reading Wonder Man. Anyone ever read Wonder Man? I'm vaguely familiar with him. I do remember time I was about the Heroes Return era of Marvel. I was reading Avengers, and they brought Wonder Man back. And you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit, I guess I wouldn't say different with the eyes. I've been working with my Copics, but for his eyes, I'm going to use my Posca pen and get maybe a different texture of red. That actually doesn't look half bad. This looks like a fairly light. I don't know if it'll actually. I had a bit of highlights, nothing too elaborate, but enough to show that there are highlights. My reference again, see if I can do anything with the background. Now the Wonder Man. Change my reference, sorry about that. Alright, I think I have an idea. Whether or not it will work is an entirely different matter. Looks like his ionic energy, bit of a pinky hue to it. RV04. Okay. Sketch marker apparently is completely dead, but so I will have to check what's going on with that. Fortunately, I also have it in classic. I don't know if this is going to give the same impression of ionic energy that I'm trying for, but here we go. This might work. Yeah, I know remarkably little about this character, so probably have done a little more research before doing this. Okay, so I will, RV04, I will have to double check. That might need a complete replacement of inks and nibs. All right, get some lighting on. Not going to be major lighting. Just a little bit of core lighting. My camera is still weirding me out. Okay. All right. I think I'm hitting the point where I might actually wreck this if I do too much more. I am, however, going to maybe go through the inks one more time. Let's maybe outline a bit. Really, and this is why I also go back the heavier line, because sometimes I color outside of my established lines. This is why I don't color professionally. And I may actually end up breaking my rule, as I've got a little more of a finished, or because I didn't use as much black in the hair as I thought. I will go into the costume a little. It is there. Nope. I found a way to make that worse. There will be a day I figure out working with these cameras, but that day is not today. All right, and a little bit more cleaning up around here. And one more quick little cleanup with the fine liner. Actually, I'll actually use a smaller fine liner. And that was the line that broke it. And it wouldn't be a 90s thing if I didn't add some unnecessary rendering. All right. But I think that is it. 34 minutes of rambling, a little bit of art on a sketch card. I've done better, but I've also done worse. So all in all, not a bad thing. So I'm going to wrap it up now and see what all is going on. All right. Thank you for joining me, and whoever's going to check this out a little later, thank you very much. Have a good night, all.